Good evening, everyone, and welcome again to our third episode of Let's Get It Done. And thank you, Sustainable PH, for this broadcast for tonight. And today is our third episode, and our theme is related to education. Last episode, we talked about the environment, where we have also guests from the island of Panganan, how they take care of the waste in the island. We have experts on marine biology, Sir William, who talks about the importance of the reef, and the livelihood program of Cola Box by Miss April for the fisher folks. And today, we are so fortunate to have with us. He is a specialist in the area of education here in Lapu-Lapu City DepEd Division. And he's been so busy for the past 2 months because of what he is doing in his job, especially this program of the government called Alternative Learning System. So let's bring in Sir Jonathan to talk to us about what are the programs of the government in line with this alternative learning system. For those who are watching, what is this alternative learning system? So, Sir Cartilla, could you share to us this special non-formal education? Yeah. So we can't hear you, Sir Jonathan. Yeah. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Sir Dan.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yes.
Ano nyo? Okay, I'm having
Yes,
problem
I
with
know
open
live.
ang laptop karon.
Okay. You want us to proceed, or we'll ask Gio first? Yeah, so while waiting for Sir Jonathan, let's bring in Gio Almoite. He is one of our youth leader now in NCR, Metro Manila chapter coordinator of our project in Seed4Com. So Gio, good evening. How are you? And how are your studies? And at the same time, your volunteer work? It seems you are so busy.
Hello, sir. Hello. Hello.
We can hear you, Gio. Yes.
Ayun, sir. Good evening. And yep, sir. Very busy this week. Good evening, sir. Very busy. More on advocacy works and around. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening.
So regarding your experience for last year, if you recall, we have this COVID pandemic, and classes were disrupted, and then this is one of the school didn't stop. And how did you um ano po yung parang ginawa mo? Did you continue your school, or if you continue, so how you be able to manage also volunteer work on sustainable project? So ganon. Gio, parang mga connections natin sa ating mga guests mawawala, ano? Yeah. So anyway, let's see if Jonathan is online, and we appreciate those who are watching us. Sorry for this some technical problems with our internet, but this is the
Hello, Sir
Philippines.
Dan.
So
Good evening.
yes, welcome back.
You can hear you now.
Hello, sir.
Kumusta?
Program of the department. education.
Sir? Come again?
Ayun, so may video na.
Oo. Kumusta, sir?
Yes, mabuti.
Sir,
Saan ka ngayon? So,
I am now in Concert Cordoba, sir, in Cebu, Lapu-Lapu. No? As for now, I'm currently the APS for Education Program Specialist for ALS for the Division of Lapu-Lapu. And then usually, kasi yan nga, we are into this new normal thing. So, dati na naman kasi yung ALS
Pwede.
modular na, di ba? So, sort of,
mhm.
we kind of fit into a scenario. Pero still, no, there are so many concerns that are encountered. Just like, for example, yung mga learners natin is talagang nasa bahay na lang, no? And then, pahirapan talaga yung yung sa delivery, no? As with the modules,
Parang
and then,
pa masyado. Maybe. Mhm.
Sir? Mahina signal.
Mhm.
Okay. Mahina siguro signal ito, sir.
So, while you open your slides, so ano yung ALS program? Could you share to the viewers,
Okay.
you know?
Yung
What
alternative
is,
learning system
alternative learning system.
Opo. Yun po ay isang programa ng ating gobyerno, ng DepEd, para po matugunan yung needs ng mga out-of-school youth natin. Yung mga tumigil sa pag-aaral, no? Say for example, grade 8 sila nung tumigil noon, and then ngayon na after 5 years, they wanted to go back into education kasi they realized na talagang kailangan yung edukasyon para at least makapaghanap ng mas magandang trabaho, no? And then some of them are also willing to go back into education talaga kasi dito naman sa atin sa Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu, meron na rin tayong mga public colleges wherein, no, kung talagang ang ating mga estudyante ay talagang mag-aaral lang talaga, no, and they would have to go back into education, hindi na malabo yung makapagtapos ng college. Kasi meron na rin tayo ditong information technology, then meron na rin tayong education tsaka HRM. Kasi dito sa Lapu-Lapu, marami tayong mga processing zones dito. So yung information technology is very talaga in. And then being a tourism spot, no, of the Central Visayas, so yung HRM is talagang angkop na angkop din, no? And then, yun nga, education. So most of our ALS learners are realizing that talagang may kumbaga may chance pa, second chance. So far sir, yun ang natin sir niyan. As for last year during the COVID pandemic, as makikita natin diyan sa mga pictures na yan, we tried to come up with solutions kasi yun nga, alam natin na nagkakaproblema tayo sa yung COVID, no? So, nandun yung dangers, no, of contacting COVID. Kasi yun nga, modules tayo. So, yung mga modules natin talagang hiraman yung proseso dito eh. Kasi medyo nagkakaubusan na rin ng supply. So, ang ginagawa natin, yun nga, we've come up with a solution for that. Yung nakikita doon sa pictures na yun, is mayroon tayong ginawa na yung modules realizer, no? Para at least in such a way yung mga teachers din natin is medyo yung safety din nila, no? Health safety din nila kasi being the frontliners also, so when they're going to check the works of our ALS learners, so they will be able to be provided with that then safety rin. Then as for now, yung makikita yung sa slide kanina, meron din tayong ginawa na yung kasi there were communities in our sir, division sir, na talagang hindi pa abot yung electrification, ha? Although tayo, yung city natin is talagang na rin, advanced na rin, pero meron pa rin mga communities na walang pailaw, no? Yung mga squatters din. So what we did is we tried to come up with a solution for that. yun nga, yung gumawa tayo ng community charging station, no, using PV, photovoltaic setup, wherein yung mga cellphones nila is direkta na lang na i-charge, no? And then mga power banks para at least yung mga bahay na walang ilaw, they will be able to use those power banks to light up, no? Diba, meron naman tayong available ngayon na yung mga USB na bulbs na 5 volts na available na ngayon. So it can be used to light up their homes and for studying also, no? And then charging their cell phones for that online learning. So sort of yun nga, yun lang mga simpleng bagay na ginagawa natin para at least ma-address din kahit papaano is meron tayong solution sa mga bagay-bagay na talaga namang madali namang gawin basta bigyan ng pansin.
So, yun, thank you, Jonathan. So, hindi lang pala ang binibigay ninyo na program ka ng modular using print, no? Meron din kayong
meron tayong offline app. Meron tayong ginawa na offline app wherein yung mga modules is being converted into yan nga, PDF files, and then it's being made into an app para yung mga bata natin instead of carrying books or guan, no? So ginawa natin is talagang meron lang tayong sort of parang pinaprogram, no, na mga modules sa cellphone, Android, and then learners would be able to scroll over the lessons, no? So para kung ano rin siya, parang ayun nga, parang soft copy na lang siya na nasa cellphone. And then siyempre when they would be reading, no, kasi halos ang kabataan natin ngayon is into technology na rin. So yun nga, mayroon tayong cellphone. Then aside from that offline app, meron din tayong yung community charging station na pinapilot din sa isang community.
So the idea is also helping, no, reducing the use of paper, no, kasi mahal din yung paper sa pag-print. Ito rin ang nagawa niyong initiative dito sa Lapu-Lapu, and I hope ma-share ito sa ibang district. Po yung open source na nagawa ninyo dyan sa Lapu-Lapu City. So,
actually,
Jonathan, ano po yung mga na-busy mo ngayon the past two months? Yung sabi mo na nag-revalida ka, di ba? Noon, yung mga non-formal na nag-aaral sa alternative learning system, mag-take sila ng exam, may written exam.
Yes.
Pero ngayon sa COVID pandemic, paano po sila mag-transition to complete their schooling? So, could you share to us?
Way back, way back before the COVID era. So, yung mga students natin, yung ALS learners po, upon completing the program, no, parang bridging yun ang sistema nun. So, they would be given an exam, an accreditation and equivalency test. So, for them, to take the exam, and then if they would be able to pass the test, no, they would be able to proceed to the next level. Say, for example, yung out-of-school youth is grade 7 siya last time. And then after 5 years, yun nga, bumalik siya sa pag-aaral, no? Kasi he wanted, or might be, this time, there's somebody who would be able to support him. So, yun, nag-aaral naman siya. But then, going back to grade 7 would not be easy if yung mga classmates niya is mga maliliit, no? Then siya is medyo malaki-laki na rin. So, yun nga, ang alternative ng ang ginawang solusyon ng gobyerno natin is yung nga ALS. And then, para naman, yun nga, para at least ma-encourage din yung learning. Kasi if you would just give it, okay, thank you ma'am for that efforts. Okay, so if ALS learners will not be given that exam, and then they would just be moving on to the next level, no, without taking that test, no. So it would come easy, then there's no more challenge for them to learn. So kaya ang gobyerno rin para at least naroon yung motivation to learn, is dapat talaga na may pasa nila yung exam. And then once they pass exam, they would now be able to study senior high school na. Which is okay na rin kasi malalaki na rin yung mga bata doon sa senior high school. So, yun po, sir.
So thank you very much. I know there are many ALS teacher like you who are risking also their, their lives. Hindi po sila nagkukulang sa pagtatrabaho. Sila po'y nagpunta sa different barangay, kahit isla, no? Ano po yung mga na-cover mo, Sir Jonathan?
Sir,
at saka, ano yung mga maitulong? O ano yung maitulong ng public, ng company, ng mga individuals, or to the ALS program?
Ang kasi ganito kasi, ang sistema sa DepEd is we are only provided with these materials. And then, along the way, there would be things, no? For syempre, we would be looking for stakeholders. Most of the time, LG yung namin, nagiging partner namin. And then, kasi alam naman natin na hindi lang naman ALS yung tinitingnan ng gobyerno. So, marami kasing concerns. So, we are also reaching out for yung private institutions, no? Might be, it would be a partnership, or might be it has to do with the CSR, no? So, maybe we could come up with other solutions. Kasi, we are into the idea of also developing yung mobile cart. No? Meron tayong kino-conceptualize na para siyang mobile na audiovisual room. Meron ka pick nun, sir? wala pa. So actually, it has something to do with ang concept nun is mobile cart siya. So sabihin ito yung parang jeep, no? And then there would be an audiovisual equipment that would be attached on it. And then the teacher would be using that mobile cart to go to communities, no? Instead of the learners going to the community learning centers, no? And then, so ito, baliktad to eh. Yung nangyayari ngayon is parang may isang maliit na truck o sabihin natin yung multi-cab na retrofitted siya to become an audiovisual room. So, yung parang wing van yung dating, no? Bubuka yung sides niya, and then underneath, there would be two televisions, no? Large TVs, no? That would be facing outwards, no? So, for each side, sabihin natin na meron tayong 15 by 15 tayo aside. So, it's like having a class of 30. And then the instruction, no, instead of doing it the modular way na meron tayong binibigay ng mga modules, we would be doing it PowerPoint. Basic stuff lang naman yun eh. Basic naman yun eh. Pero we are trying to make it mobile, no? Parang instead of making 15 rooms, we just come up with one mobile cart. Now that would tend to service the communities, the 15 community learning centers in such a way that nagiging cost-effective din siya, no? Kasi per schedule naman yung ang sistema nun. So siguro, hindi pa rin aalisin yung mga learning centers, pero that mobile cart will only supplement, no? It would be a tool to supplement the learnings of those communities na talagang hard to reach out. Yung mga talagang iskinita na, talagang masisikip na lugar. So if we'll be having that materialized, hopefully there's somebody out there who can help us, no? Okay.
My question dito, Jonathan, isn't online learning not that retentive for student compared to physical books and face-to-face? Yung parang
on my end as an educator, no? Kasi ganito ang sistema kasi. If I'm going to be teaching my kids, no, my learners, I know my learners, right? Because I would be there for the whole year, no? Or might be if I'm a subject teacher, I would be able to know his capability. I could always adjust to his learning styles. Might be I could be able to give him mga interventions, or might be I could be able to partner him with another student who can help him out with his learning to supplement also, no? Parang, kumbaga, parang mayroon siyang tutor na rin, no? So I can always see them in person, how they behave, how are they struggling out, no? Kasi pag sa online kasi, ang nangyayari kasi is parang naging virtual, pwede namang, no? Pwede naman nakikita mo naman sila. Pero iba pa rin yung iba pa rin yung sa face to face. Although yung sa amin sa AS naman talaga is modular naman talaga kami, no, in the since the beginning. Pero it would be an advantage, no. We are always encouraging, no, kung wala sa ng COVID, we are always encouraging the ALS learners to go to the learning centers para naman yung mga hindi nila naiintindihan, yung mga hindi nila masyadong gets, no, we will be able to supplement. Parang ganoon lang. Kung sa retention, no, nasa bata naman talaga yan eh. No? It's on the learner's end naman talaga kung ano yung interest niya. Pero as with the face-to-face and the blended learning, talagang may advantage din talaga ang face-to-face. Kaso lang, yun nga, we have the limits. We cannot do it now because of this pandemic. So we'll have to make what is doable. No? We should have to adapt what is doable. Kasi we cannot always demand, no, talagang ganito dapat kasi ito yung tama. No, it's about doing what is saya. So, yun nga po, sa mga sa mga initiatives din natin sa advocacy sa atin sa ALS, if ever that there would be stakeholders that will be kind enough, no, to help us out in our undertakings, we would really appreciate it because it would really help out those learners na talagang sabihin natin hindi naman talaga lahat papalad eh. Meron talaga mga minamalas, no? Kasi yung mga parents sila naghihiwalayan, yun nga, naging collateral yung bata. So yun ang nakikita ko sa mga learners namin sa ALS. And hopefully, kung merong chance with this advocacy, sana. Yun lang.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so yes, for those who are listening, so you know this ALS Alternative Learning System is a non-formal educational program of the government wherein hindi lang out of school youth, pati po nanay, pati po tatay.
No, sir.
Yun nga, kahapon nagkita kami dito sa Barangay Agus at saka nag-revalida siya sa mga youth at saka nanay. So natuwa talaga ang nanay kasi pumasa, no, sa pagiging high school, no? So what will be the next after ALS? Ano yung program na pwede nila
sa yung sa nanay, sir? Actually, sir,
nanay or
yung,
youth.
di ba, when I interviewed her, sir, yung na-interview ko siya, actually, it's not about working anymore. It's about fulfillment, sir. Fulfillment yung sir, yung tinanong ko siya, bakit nag-aral ka pa? Naman, ma'am, yung mga anak mo naman is kaya ka namang tulungan nila, no? Sabi niya, sir, hindi ko 'to nagawa nung bata pa ako kasi mahirap talaga . Ngayon na may chance, sir. So kaya nakita ko yung ALS na at least na may chance na makapag-aral, no? Okay, pare-pareho lang yung concept ni Florida. Actually, yun nga ang idea. We're trying to we are trying to modify kasi innovation naman talaga yung idea . No? Sige, I will just muna with the story of nanay . Sabi niya, talagang dream niya dati na makapagtapos na pag-aaral. And then, nangyari kasi dahil sa kahirapan din, nagtrabaho siya bilang maid, no? So, yun nga, she got married and then what happened next? Nagkaanak na rin siya. So, more on focusing on how to raise the kids na lang yung naging scenario. So, parang kumaga, nawala na yung dream, sir. Natabunan na yung dream. No?
Yeah.
So, ngayon, nakita yung ALS, meron ding nag-invite sa kanya na why not? Gusto mo mag-aral, di ba? Sino? Also
na-graduate ng ALS, Senator Manny Pacquiao, di ba? Naging
Oo,
ALS
sir. Oo, sir.
graduate
Oo, sir.
din yun, no? At saka, hindi lang sa basic education and secondary education, meron din yung sa CHED, tinatawag nilang ITIAP, no? Parang
Oh, ITF, sir.
Expanded
Yes, sir.
Tertiary Education
Education,
Accreditation
no?
Program. So, na pwede tayong maka-complete ng degree course, non-formal, based on our work experience and
Yes.
additional kanang work na ipapagawa na in school na where we enroll. So, yun yung energy for all natin dito sa government na lahat pinoprovide na access to education. Itong ALS is proven na ito na effective, but during pandemic, marami po silang needs, no? Hindi lang sa mga school supplies na kailangan ng students, pati rin yung technology, no? Sa mga isla, walang mention nga ni Sir
Oo, sir.
Jonathan, may project para mag-solar charging ng mga cellphones, power bank, mga
Yung
Wi-Fi
P2P, sir.
connectivity, no?
P2P,
Mga
sir.
Wi-Fi
Internet sa connectivity.
o internet, hindi lang ito sa isla, pati rin sa bundok, mga IP. So if you are listening to us, wanting to help provide any education through powering up with renewables or providing internet connectivity, malaki pong tulong yan. And pwede po kayong mag-adapt ng school at saka may tax break incentive sa government. So, anything that you'd like to say to all those who want to enroll in us, yung hindi pa nakapag-aral na gustong
Okay.
mag-complete for next school year, ano ba yung pwede nilang gawin, Sir Jojo?
So, sir, actually, sir, yung ALS mo, sir, is always accepting mga enrollments. And then, yun nga, kung hindi na sila abot sa time frame, so they are on enrolled, no, and then they would be given mga advanced modules for them to yun nga, study, go over and go back to the beginning, no? Kumbaga parang aaralin na naman nila. And sir, hopefully, no, yung sa mga hindi nakapagtapos, no, hopefully walang bayad ang ALS. No?
Yeah.
Walang bayad ang ALS. Gobyerno po tayo. No? So everybody is encouraged to join ALS. Kasi yun nga, if matagal lang na out of school yung bata, so there's an opportunity for him to yung baga parang skip, no? Parang nag-jump siya. So sabihin natin na instead of going back to grade 8, he would now be studying, no, ALS, and then kasi para at least pag nakapasa siya sa exam, natapos niya yung program, nakapasa sa exam, he would now proceed grade 11 for the next year. Kasi may disadvantage kasi sa part niya, kasi ang bata kasi pag yung growth spurt kasi ng bata, no, yung pagtangkad, no, is around 12 to 17 ata yun eh. So kung classmate mo 13, then ikaw 17, so the difference would be very, very obvious. So medyo jahe na, nakakahiya na rin sa part ng learner na bumalik. So dito yung ALS, no, para at least matugunan yung need. And para sa mga medyo matatanda na rin, no, na gustong bumalik, may chance na naman. Para at least kung makapagtapos ng senior high school, then meron ding kahit sa ALS na program lang, and then they would be eligible now to enroll TESDA, yung sa NC2 accreditation. So once they get that skills training, there's a great opportunity for them also to go abroad, no, for that skilled work, no, abroad. So yun nga ang kuan. May kanina sir, may nabanggit ito kanina sir, yung is it the same with Peja Florida? May nabanggit dito.
Yung cart at yung cart kasi kay Peña Florida, yung cart yun na kariton. But ito yung parang IT niya gagawin natin.
Actually, ang konsepto naman talaga sir is naman talaga bago yun eh. Only na talagang it's Peña Florida who made it obvious to all. No? Kasi yung mga teachers naman natin, sir, dati na talaga, sir, pag nag-home visit, sir, ganun na yung ginagawa nila eh. Marami namang gumagawa na, sir. Ang sa atin ngayon, sir, we are trying to use technology to the advantage. Wherein, yung audio-visual room, sir, hindi na rin ito bago, sir, ha? Kasi lahat naman, yung audio-visual, sir, way back 1980s pa yan eh. Nandiyan na yan eh. Pero having those technology on the road, no, would require yung PV system, yung solar power, no? So that setup, that mobile cart would be harvesting energy from the sun, and then it would be going around the community. So at least during nighttime, no, it can still be used, no, even to the remotest locations wherein yung last mile area, sir, wherein there would be no electricity to tap to, no, walang electricity yung community. So still that mobile card would be able to deliver that cancer yun services.
Yeah.
So, at least solution din.
May mga adaptable technologies na pwedeng gawin. So, in fact, we are so happy dito din sa program ng Seed4Com na NGO natin. Meron tayong ongoing partnership sa isang BPO company to put up solar and internet connectivities to IP community in Luzon, island community in Visayas, and in Mindanao. So we are hoping to have it done. So let's get it done, no? So thank you very much.
Let's get it done, sir.
See you in Cordoba or in Lapu-Lapu. Kahapon nagkita tayo. So,
sige, sir. Salamat. Salamat.
Bye. So that's Sir Jonathan. He is one of the champion of energy education for all as an ALS teacher specialist, and really he really goes out. Hindi lang nakita ko sa post niya, nagpunta siya sa isla, naglakad yung talagang malayo just to meet and revalida ang tawag noon kasi wala nang written exam. So to do oral and reviews for his ALS student, whether young or siyang wala po siyang tawag nito age barrier. Everyone can have access to this educational right, no, here in the country. So last panelist we have, or our next guest, let's call on Gio. Gio, where are you right now, and how's school, and how is tapos na yung school mo or wala kang school? Palagi ka lang nag-zoom and nag-talk. Ano ba yung mga ginagawa mo as a student?
Hello, sir. So, my school just ended last May. First week of May. And yun, sabi po ni sir kanina, we have to tend to flexible learning. So, just like in college, so we are doing flexible learning. Synchronous classes, pero hindi naman po masyadong draining kasi meron naman pong flexibility pa rin. Yun, sir.
So how do you like it this way na maging modular, flexible yung mga classes kaysa face-to-face? Gusto mo makita yung so compared to at saka anong school ka daw? Anong course? Sabi ni Lester.
Sa Benguet State University, Diez Forestry, Bachelor of Science in Forestry. So in La Trinidad, Benguet.
But you are in QC. But you are in Quezon City.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So will you tell us about your challenges as a student, no? Doing this modular way, and then I know some students wala silang mga naboboard na sila sa bahay para makatulong din beyond online class.
Madaming challenge, lalo na nung first few months kasi may classes started po siya last August. And August 2020, so parang isa po kami sa mga nauna kasi some of the university started October, November, so kami August, so medyo fresh po yung COVID, yung pandemic. And yun din sir, kasi some of my classmates, although here in Manila naman ay in terms of connectivity ay medyo stable naman. Pero dun po sa La Trinidad, sa North, some of my classmates are up in the mountains. So they are doing modular kasi most of my classes are asynchronous, meaning it's like online module wherein we will answer and we will submit it. And then once a week, we can consult with the teacher, with the professor. So, yun po yung modality na nangyari. Even up to this period po na medyo okay na po. Pero ganun pa rin po the mode of learning will be virtual or online. No? And yun sir, medyo mahirap siya kasi ang hirap mag-adjust sanay tayo sa face-to-face classes. So, yun sir, we are trying to adjust. Adjust to the environment. Adapt. Yun. I think lagging yata si Sir Dan.
Nandito ako, nawawala din yung signal dito. So, aside from managing your school, being flexible siya, maganda siya para sa iyo, ano yung mga ginagawa mong sustainable projects outside the school? Could you share to our viewers here in Let's Get It Done how they can also join you, and you can also plug in next month yung mga theme ng ating global theme on environment as well as ocean. So could you give us this plug for those who are watching?
Yes sir, aside from the learning, so we have to do yung advocacy work. So this month, patapos na po which is the Ocean Month. And a few months after this, marami mga environmental events such as the World Environment Day, the Philippine Environment Month, the World Environment Day, Philippine Environment Month, and yung the recent International Day for Biodiversity. And yun sir, some of our activities are inclined there naman. And ngayon, in terms of the Philippine Environment Month, which is on June, correct me if I'm wrong. So Environment Month, Environment Day, World Environment Day on June 5. So it deals with restoration. So our project there related is ito po yung ginagawa natin dito sa Caloocan, which is restoring a certain area to establish a food forest, to bring back biodiversity. And it's a small initiative na sinisimulan po natin ngayon. So katulong po natin yung mga PWD, and tuloy-tuloy po siya until now. And yun sir, we are excited in the coming days, in the coming months na we will lead to the September to the National Clean Up Day and the International Coastal Clean Up. Kasi gusto ko rin pong makasama dyan this year. Gusto ko rin makasama sa mga clean ups kahit dito sa mga estero sa Manila, sa Quezon City. So yun sir, I hope na isa sa mga maging plano is yung magkaroon pa po tayo ng parang clean up here in Quezon City, kahit sa isang specific na creek or estero, not just the Manila Bay, pero yung sa mga waterways, kasi doon po maraming mga basura na hindi natin napoproduce. So yun sir, marami pong mga creek dito, maraming mga estero dito, pero hindi sila nalilinis.
So yun yung nakita mong pwedeng gawin sa next month sa program niyo dyan sa person with disabilities sa Caloocan. And you have also one there in Bahay Turo in Quezon City, doing also permaculture. And how are you addressing food security and education? Kasi education for all itong topic natin. And earlier about alternative learning systems. So ano yung mga educational programs ng C4Com chapter niyo dyan na ginagawa po niyo?
Yes, sir. Yung in the aspect of education. So, in every project po na ginagawa po natin, sinasamahan po natin siya ng capacity development. Although informal po siya, not the formal ones, just like yung ginagawa po natin dito sa Bahay Toro, wherein we are tied up with the barangay and homeowners, tapos sa women, sa women farmers. So, actually, they are also a product of an informal education. So they ventured into this initiative, farming, way back how many years ago. And ngayon, what our role here is to introduce them permaculture through through training and education, informal education. So before po tayo mag-implement, and ayun, luckily, our day one of implementation, execution ng farm restoration ay kanina. No? So back February, March, we are in touch with those farm managers. Naturuan po natin sila how do we design, how to do permaculture. And with that simple system of informal education, marami po sila natutunan, marami sila naging inputs. And yun, ngayon po ay ina-apply na po nila one by one. And I encourage you to visit the Bahay Toro kasi nagsisimula na po yan. And tuloy-tuloy na po yan.
So kahit may COVID, Gio, parang kaya niyong makagawa ng project dyan, no? Since last year non-stop, so mag-ingat tayo.
Yes po, we follow the health protocols. Saka po sir dito in the Bahay Toro project po natin, parang more on structure. Then yung people, kung gusto natin, pwede naman pong parang i-convene ba na yung buong barangay, not just the farmers, yung buong barangay matututo sila sa permaculture. So the barangay captain, he assured that we can do that after the pandemic.
Yeah. So limit muna ng mga key trainers, no, na interested, committed para sa programa natin dyan sa food garden, permaculture, and upcycling. Meron ata upcycling. Ano yung mga upcycling dyan, Gio? And maybe last statement, so for those watching in QC area or in NCR, and if they want to be busy, they want to help, so ano yung mga kailangan natin dyan?
Yes po. So yung sa upcycling, before I end, yung sa upcycling po, we have tires. No, yung the interior tires. So it was donated by a company. And then our role is to recycle those interior and make it as part of our IGP or income generating project. And of course, providing livelihoods to our communities, lalo na po dito sa urban area. So ngayon po, now, we are currently working on those upcycling, kahit napakarami niya. I think 10,000, 20,000 plus of interior rubber. So we are doing one by one. And we here in Bahay Toro po, our sector here is women. Women. And soon we will try the LGBTQ community here in Bahay Toro, and para they will be empowered. And yun po sir, if someone here in FB Live watching from Quezon City, and if you want to be busy ngayong quarantine, and if you have free time, so you can visit our site and you can help us in different ways, no, napakaraming ways. So I encourage you to join us, join din, di ba? Not just in the virtual world. Let's make it physical.
Yeah, so with that, thank you very much, Gio. We really can do a valuable impact to our communities, even with COVID. No, it's really about safety protocol. We are not afraid to, serve and serve the needy in our community. So thank you very much, Gio. And with that, everyone, much that we'd like to stay, but it's already time. Tomorrow, there is a book launch, Mental Health Matters at 6 p.m. here in Sustainable PH channel. And next week is our kapatid Peter sa Walang Plastikan. So he will be taking over this time slot. And see you in June for another episode of Let's Get It Done. So thank you very much, Sir Jojo and Gio, who are doing their their valuable time and talents to educate hindi lang out of school youth, pati women, pati person with disabilities, because education is a right and we want it to happen, and let's get it done. Thank you very much and have a wonderful evening.
To be a threat to all of us here in the Philippines and around the world. The numbers continue to rise, and the battle is not yet over. But alongside COVID is another pandemic, the Big D, depression, which according to the World Health Organization has affected over 300 million people worldwide, 3 million and more cases of which are Filipinos. Following the success of his first book, Beyond Good Advice, and professional mental health counselor Dr. Tito Almadin has finished another book, Beyond the Silence, helping someone cope with depression. Dr. Tito holds a doctorate degree of ministry in pastoral studies and is a licensed clinical pastoral counselor. Beyond the Silence, helping someone cope with depression should be in every household, library, office, and coffee shop so that everyone may be aware of the value of self-care and help others overcome mental challenges. Get the chance to win a copy and get more insights from Dr. Tito Almadin, host of the online show Mental Health Matters, on his online book launch this May 29th, Saturday at 6 p.m. Only on Sustainable PH TV.